yo, thank you for tuning in to No Flag Radio. I'm your host, P. In this thing, today we talking about the Celebrity Summit coming together to discuss issues of survival of the black community. That's right, the motherfucking Puffy Summit. Puffy, goddammit. Discussing issues of the survival of the black community. And pretty much what I noticed was a lot of things came up that showed, sort of this disconnect from the conversations of forward progress, a lot of scattered, non-cohesive talking points, people throwing up all over the place. A real disconnect from the conversations we've been having at the ground state level of black society. Motherfuckers that's in the soil, in the dirt of the dirt. These celebrities I'm talking about, shit they've been talking about. I don't know what the fuck they've been talking about, but we're gonna look into it. Nobody mentioned the motherfucking ADOS conference. Nobody mentioned the ADOS caucus. Nobody mentioned ADOS like that. Like, some real goofy shit going on. Let me jump into the chat. Yo, what up, Niche? What's happening? Good seeing you, Miss Lady. Let me do this right fast. And let y'all know, look, I did troubleshooting all this past week on my computer. Not my computer, just my modem and router and all that shit. I think today we're going to have a cast that's going to be what I've been working toward. Been on the phone with these people for days, getting it squared away. So I think we going to be looking good in this month. I think we're going to be looking real nice. Alright. So, what I noticed off the bat with this thing was whenever the answer to a lot of the questions, a lot of the circle talk that was coming up, whenever the answer was white supremacy to a lot of that shit, you know what I mean? Like, they was posing in a lot of things and postulating a lot of things. When the clear-cut answer was white supremacy is the problem type shit, they was making all sorts of roundabout arguments, all type of eating around the edge of the main course, all kind of beating around the bush. They really beat around the bush with calling out white supremacy and a lot of things. And that's just some high foolery right there. What up to Restless Youth Productions? What's good? Good seeing you. New face in the chat, good seeing you. I know I spent some time yesterday lighting that ass up on the motherfucking YouTube in the comments and shit. Spent some time lighting their ass up over the summer. Y'all would have been proud of your boy. I'm making motherfuckers, like, it wasn't no debate really. What I was kicking, I was making motherfuckers bow out. But still, they was sending me love and well wishes type of shit as they acquiesced to what the fuck I was kicking. Because I ain't come to play. I mean, I ain't come to nod in agreement with motherfuckers. I'm on my Khalid Muhammad shit. I ain't come to pin the tail on the donkey. I come to pin the tail on the honky. We ain't playing, motherfucker. Like, let's keep that shit on a level, right? But, these folks is not in agreement with these people on stage because of their celebrity. That was a big problem in the comments that I noticed. People just agreeing with, little bits and bites of what somebody would say here or there. But, when I come through and I put it in a real context, it's like, oh, they was on some shit like, oh, dang, it ain't that serious. It ain't that serious. And I'm just saying. Yeah, right, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You was just saying, right? Yeah, Nah, motherfucker, you believe that shit that you keyed into the computer. You believe that bullshit that these figures was kicking on the stage. And you never heard the shit put in contrast the way I put the shit. To where I slap you out of the bullshit in your brain, right? I ain't come to play with motherfuckers. I did not come to play with the motherfuckers. And we gotta stop thinking everything is a goddamn joke all the motherfucking time. That was the problem that I saw in them comments. We can't afford to have that shit. We just can't afford to have it. You had Puffy, big teeth motherfucking ass, hooping and hollering like he Don King in that bitch throughout the whole thing. Y'all saw the shit. And I said what it is, you know, what the fuck, man? Like, this is some rubbish. This is some bullshit. It's like, is you motherfuckers serious? Is you niggas serious? Or are you taking this as some kind of motherfucking jovial ass praise meeting or some shit? Niggas jumping up every 4 seconds. Yeah, nigga. Stop. Don't. Quit it. You know what I mean? Every time motherfuckers say something somebody like, niggas is hooping and hollering, yeah. And they want to rah about the shit because the little buzzwords that motherfuckers will use on stage so people could feel good, that type of shit, the little buzzword crap, right? But, you know, the audience, they weren't really allowed to speak, which was kind of fucked up to me. Like, you can see the audience had their dissensions with certain things that were being said, but for whatever reason, they weren't allowed to speak up on it. I guess it's just a celebrity roundtable type thing, I guess. Even when they took questions from the audience, damn, they let a celebrity nigga start it off. They let Jay Morrison start the shit off and kind of set the tone. I'll get into him a little later. Let him kind of start the shit off. You know what I mean? And people spent the night rah about the little dust-ups that they was having or whatever. But ignoring all the confusing dumb shit coming out of their mouth. Out of everybody's mouth all night long. Definitely the main motherfuckers they kept deferring to. Shit, the main people they kept allowing to speak was kicking the dumb shit. They probably would have kicked me out had I been in the audience. Everybody would have been getting booed like a motherfucker. Killer Mike, he opened his mouth, boo. Tip opened his mouth, boo. Candace Owens, boo. Everybody would have got it. Everybody would have heard it from me. Straight up. But let's start with one of the elephants in the room. God damn it. I guess I could say that's pun intended. We're going to start with Killer Mike. Goddamn, Killer Mike up there looked like he need a bra and a girdle. Boy, that motherfucker. What's up, Killer Mike? Come on, man. I thought you were working out. That nigga be working out on his Instagram. That motherfucker must have quit. What's up? But y'all know I call him Coon-ler Mike. Y'all know I call him Coon-ler Mike straight up for his support of Bernie Sanders. And for all that good talking that nigga do to support somebody like Bernie Sanders at the end of his day shows that he's either on that nigga payroll some kind of way. I'm thinking he on Bernie payroll, or either he's really not as smart as he try to make himself out to be. That is one glaring takeaway I want y'all to always hold close about Coon-ler Mike. You know what I mean? Through the little cast or whatever, he was talking about, a little summit or whatever, he's talking about, we up here fighting over who master is better and all this shit, but motherfucker openly supports an anti-black agenda candidate. Bernie Sanders. Our brother Jamion Fowler, shout out to brother Jamion Fowler, he be on Twitter posting his videos when he go to these different people's little speaking events and whatnot, these various national presidential candidates speaking events, and he just record the reactions of these motherfuckers. He got their ass on that shit. That's some slick shit, Jamion. Shout out to the boy Jamion. That shit is slick as a motherfucker. That's some shit we need to see. We need to see these motherfuckers put on the spot. In my eyes, right? Like, he'll do that shit. He ran up on Bernie and them motherfuckers' asses, you know what I mean? Ran up on their people. Bernie had his people come out and asking them to, yo, you need to get up out of here. They basically was assaulting them. Assaulting people. Bernie motherfucking people is getting rough with people who ask him about different things. But this your man. I mean, it's your man, Killer Mike, Coon-ler Mike. And throughout the shit, you know, he tried to sway back and forth with the little talking points of the black agenda, something that nobody in no kind of circle was talking about until new black media coined the phrase and put the two words together, black and agenda, beside each other. Well, nobody riding that shit until the motherfuckers that I looked up to at the game started coming out saying that type of shit. Let's just keep that shit in the clear of everybody's eye, right? But you know, Mike, he was going back and forth on this black agenda this, black agenda that. Different times out of his mouth. But again, he supports Bernie. So y'all put that shit together. He even had the nerve to bring up the 94 crime bill during this whole thing. You know, people were bringing up different points and, you know, trying to make different points about various nuances and issues that were affecting the black society. It was really kind of just a random hodgepodge, whatever somebody thought that came to their mind, they would just kind of cut in on each other, and it was real unorganized, really no kind of structure to it. You could tell it was some motherfuckers was not being thoughtful or mindful about how it was presented, that type of shit, right? Fool even had the nerve to bring up the 94 crime bill as a way to take a pot shot at motherfucking old senile Joe Biden, but ignoring the fact that Bernie Sanders motherfucking signed the motherfucking shit. And he signed on to the shit too. So it's like, it's that type of shit. He wasn't honest enough on the spot to say, hey, Bernie signed that bill, as a matter of fact. See, he like to be slick, but that nigga, nah, man. Nah. I think he got a few boos after that. I think he got some boos after that. You know, the sound was kind of muffled and shit from the audience, but I think he got a few boos after that. Basically, Killer Mike, he killed all his talking points, is what I'm getting at. By virtue of siding with Bernie. All the shit that motherfuckers stand up clapping for, laughing up type shit, he killed all his talking points by virtue of siding with Bernie at the end of his whole damn day. All this talk of, oh, America was great when black people was fresh out of slavery. He brought that shit up. Somebody, I think it was T.I. that was, no, somebody posed this question of, you know, make America great. And when was America great? I forget who asked that question. It was either T.I. or, I think it was T.I. that asked the question, when was America great? And then Candace Owens was like, well, hey, people want to say that that's racist. Was it racist when Ronald Reagan said it? Was it racist when Ronald Reagan said it? Well, he's a fucked up example. He's a fucked up example because Ronald Reagan, out of Trump's own mouth, is his idol, his political idol. So that's a dumb comparison. Dumbass Candace Owens. I'm going to get on her in a bit. But it was Killer Mike that came out of his mouth talking about, oh, America was great right after black folk got out of slavery. Them 7 years right after slavery. We were fresh out of slavery. We was our own labor force and all of this shit. And people wasn't really trying to hear that shit. That was another glaring brushing over of white supremacist history and white supremacist sabotage that attended our communities right after slavery. That was a good example, a good point to jump in and say, you know, white supremacist society fucking destroyed our economic centers ritualistically right after slavery. They wasn't having that type of shit. Alright? That's why we couldn't sustain our Africa towns and our this and all that. That shit was real. We couldn't sustain our economic centers, so forth and so on. Yet Bernie Sanders, his people, they got to sustain their Jew towns. Bernie Sanders is a Jewish dude, if y'all didn't know. He's a Jewish dude. Killer Mike, Coon-ler Mike, if your ass ain't know, motherfucker. They got to sustain their little towns. So again, to ignore the dis-ease that white supremacist society has caused and to vie for a candidate who's only exacerbated the damage that it's done. Motherfucker signed the motherfucking 94 crime bill and always tried to support the shit. Never back down from the shit. Never back down from it. For all that shit, I'm done with Killer Mike. I'm done with Coon-ler Mike. I've said it before, so I'm done with him. I'm gonna be done with him, and y'all should be too. He's elevated himself to the point of a talking head. He's trying to get them Bernie biscuits. I wouldn't doubt that he's trying to be the next Simone Sanders. Y'all watch out for this dude. He might be trying to finesse some TV type of props out of this shit. You see on the comments, y'all see Leonard Dayuta. What up, Leonard Dayuta? What up, bro? Restless Youth Productions says ADOS can take the conversation back from black celebrity. Yeah, you already know. It can be done overnight, like Antonio Moore states. They aren't liquid millionaires. It's an illusion. Yeah. I'm gonna get into that rich motherfucker talk, rich motherfucker priority list type shit. It's something about them being in their position that has them thinking they got the pulse and they the motherfuckers to be looking up to. Like, no. We gonna get on that in a bit. Oh yeah, hold up. Let me just say this one thing. Yo, brother Leonard Dayuta says his dad is a police officer, so how he a gangster? Huh? Man, shit, a great man by the name of Yo Gotti once said, her dad the police, so you know me, I don't even want to see him. Dad the police, boy. Dad the police, boy. How you explain that to your homies, man? How you explain that shit to your homies? How you come around your homies, man? Damn, I had a chick not too long ago, man. She was like, kind of interested in me type shit. She want to talk to me, holler at me type shit. And as we get to talking, she's like, her dad is like a federal agent type nigga. She's a non-ADOS chick, African chick from Ghana. I mean, old man a fed, right? And I'm like, I mean, you cool and all, you cute and all, you fine, she look real good. I'm like, how am I gonna explain that shit to the homies? I know I'm cool enough with the homies. I can explain it to the homies like, look, man, you know what I'm saying? It's just this or that. But I'm saying I can explain it. I got enough, what they call juice or cred or whatever. I can explain it away. But I was like, look, if I bring you around the homies and you get up and go to the bathroom one day, when we all sitting around and you get up to go to the bathroom, the first thing they gonna say to me is, oh, Pete, what you doing? Bring the cops around, nigga. That's the first thing they gonna ask me. And like I said, I got enough juice where I can, look, man, ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just what the fuck that is right there, man. You know what I'm saying? They'll trust my word, but still, it's like, nigga, you bring the cops around. Like, for real, man. Like, Killer Mike, you hung out in the trap, nigga, and you lived in the trap and you worked out the trap, nigga. Your daddy a cop, nigga. But y'all got all the work, nigga. Y'all got all the good prices, nigga. That's all I'm thinking. That's all the niggas thinking. Like, man, that nigga done got all the work, all the prices, done kicked in all the doors. That's his old man. Yeah, that's that nigga. Yeah, that's that nigga. You know what I mean? Anyway. I'm saying my point, man, this motherfucker may be trying to finesse some other shit out of this, some TV props out of this or some shit. We can only judge these big name people by what they do in front of us. You know what I mean? And I seem to remember this shit about Killer Mike. Y'all remember him a couple years ago caping for Bill Maher? Y'all remember that? When Bill Maher was calling himself a house nigga? Y'all remember that? Killer Mike came out caping for that shit too. Right? Just put that shit together, man. That nigga been teetering on the train for a minute. He done enough off-color shit around white people to make me want to box him as one of them niggas who want their acceptance. I want to put him in that particular corner. He want their camaraderie. And black society, we saying we don't want their acceptance. We don't want their camaraderie. We don't want none of that shit. We want square business with this group of devilish motherfuckers, man. Straight the fuck real. And none of us feel like having to trot around they little banners, hold they banners up, or whatever the fuck. We shouldn't have to hold they nuts through hell and high water, insult after insult, every little kick in the ass they give us. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be having to hold they nuts all after all this shit and just take the shit on the chin. Like, come on. That ain't what we doing as a means to get some crumbs from they motherfucking ass. Like, come on, man. Like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So Coon-ler Mike, he out here slipping. I don't know what to say. He done crossed over to the other side, in my eyes. And that's really what it is. A few other people up there on the stage. I don't want to forget no faces. Yeah, the chick, Tamika, Mallory. She was the chick that came out defending Farrakhan when they was trying to make all these, trying to talk about they want to, we're talking about a ban on Farrakhan and cancel Farrakhan, all this stupid ass shit. She was the one that came out to his defense. So to see her up there was like, all right, what's she going to say? And, her strides were, they were all right. It was kind of uneventful at times coming out of her mouth. But, she did go in on a few people. She went on people, what did she say? She said, we show up to these things, we looking fancy and we not knowing what's going on the ground. I'm like, all right, I guess you're speaking for yourself. But she's like, that's how we kind of miss the youth. We kind of miss the young people who are watching. And she's like, yo, we may be too. This is what she said that had me tripping. She was like, oh, we got to get the strippers and the scammers involved. That's what she said. She's like, we got to get the strippers and the scammers involved. I mean, as some of our front people that we talking to and dealing with, they got to feel like they're a part of this process. And I'm like, hey, all right, strippers and scammers, I'm cool with all that shit. That's an easy conversation to have. All you got to do is talk money, and then you rubbing the spot when you talking to a stripper or a scammer. In my Jadakiss voice, you rubbing the spot. You talk money, you rubbing the spot. You talking reparatives and cutting a check. Those type of people are listening. Right? Do I need to say more about that process? If you want to, relegate this shit to some getting the people that's just going through their part of the struggle or whatever. Like, all right, that's what you do. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? She also made another point, speaking about the boycotting of Waffle House, which I thought was a very good point she made. Talking about that Waffle House where our sister Chiquisha Clemens got violated at, got stripped and assaulted by the police. And talking about how the boycott should have been a nationwide boycott, right? That was good. That was good. Coon-ler Mike, he stepped his dumb ass up, talking about, no, it shouldn't be all the Waffle Houses. It should just be that one. Because look, it's going to be black jobs. It's going to be the black jobs. All the people, black people that work at Waffle House, they're not going to have no job. Dumb motherfucker though. What kind of ripple do it create when you boycott a whole fucking franchise though? Think about that shit though. That is what is going to be more far reaching. The people who are going to lose their jobs, it ain't just going to be black people. Don't act like it's just black folk working at Waffle House, or the people who's going to suffer in terms of their pay or whatever the fuck is going on. It ain't just going to be black people. And understand that they little pain, it's going to be small in comparison to the benefit that we get out of some shit like that. Just peep the picture. Like a nationwide boycott of a chain, that shit hurt the chain. And it sends a ripple throughout all business industries to where they understand we can't fuck with them black folk like that. We can't just do anything we want to do. They'll fuck us up like that. We don't want to get fucked up like Waffle House. You understand? It sets a more clearer picture. It burns something harsher into the mind of these business owners to know that we ain't playing no games. We ain't having no games. Just to boycott one little location, that ain't shit. The one up the street, they gonna do it again. And then it's like, oh, well, we gotta, motherfucker, fuck all they shit. You know what I mean? That's what's happening. But I don't know why he ain't see that. I don't know why Coon-ler Mike ain't see that shit. Maybe he was taking up on the police that, somewhere in the back of his mind, the police that violated our sister Chakisha Clemens. Maybe that's what it is. But that sets a precedent for any business, not just a Waffle House, not to fuck with us. Or your whole chain will suffer. And I guess to give you an example, like I heard this, I want to say I heard this, it may or may not be true, but I heard that the colored nail spot out in Chicago, the one that our brother Tyrone Muhammad bricked the fuck out there in Chicago, I heard they got like other little similarly positioned in the city under the same ownership type of stores throughout the city and shit. Just think about it. Boycotting or protesting one, it don't got the same imprint. If you know it's a chain, damn, this shit, these motherfuckers wasn't playing. They shut us the fuck down for the fuck of fucking with them, right? Color nails, they a motherfucking organization that people need to start with. We talking about some boycott shit, yeah, let's take out chains. Fuck taking out a location on a map. Like, come on. We can do it the real way. We can break down the block. We can hurt the city. We can hurt the state, the region, that type of shit. That type of shit need to be happening. So Coon-ler Mike, again, what make a motherfucker want to jump in and defend? I mean, like, what make him want to defend against some shit like what she was talking about? Is my logic. I just want to say that. I don't think this man is all the way right. Something ain't right with this dude. In my eyes. How I'm going to put it, man. I don't know. Y'all can have y'all points of view about him. I call him Coon-ler Mike. He more of a coon and he like an educated coon, but he ain't really educated because he a slick coon because he'll hide certain shit that he's supposed to say, yo, look, this is the spot I want to rub with this. Let me bring this out about Bernie. Let me say this about white supremacy. Let me say this about this white person ended up doing this dirt. He don't come out like that. He don't do it like that. That's something else to me. Anyway, we had a oh, crazy. Yo, there was this another motherfucker up on the stage, this Katrina Pearson chick. If y'all seen her, she's one of these tragic mulattoes. Looked her up, tragic mulatto chick. She used to be like a spokesperson for the Tea Party. So you already know what she about. Jocking white supremacists. What kind of forum, what kind of summit is this, Puffy? Did you even do your research on this shit? I'm just saying, y'all need to put this shit together. Like, what kind of research y'all do on these motherfuckers? Motherfuckers is Tea Party affiliates, anti-black motherfuckers. How are they supposed to be summiting something? How are they supposed to be somewhere sitting up talking about the forward progress of black society? They finna throw another one out in Los Angeles, I believe. Sometime later this month. They finna throw another one. They finna keep these summits coming. So this ain't the only one we gonna see of this type of shit. I just wanna put my little 2 cents on the trajectory I see this shit gonna take. But who else y'all gonna bring the fuck out? Y'all gonna bring out David Duke and have him sitting up summiting and opining on what the fuck we need to be going through? I don't understand the lineup. But anyway, her motherfucking ass, she's just basically spent her time on the platform talking that Trump supporter shit. That was her whole thing. Trump jocking. How Trump is putting black people back to work and all of this shit. And we already have debunked that unemployment numbers myth that people try to kick about Trump. We already put that shit in the graveyard. That shit don't apply to people who aren't on the unemployment rolls. What they call the unemployment numbers, it doesn't tabulate those people who don't walk their ass into the workforce commission or whatever the fuck it is, wherever the fuck you at, and fill out their little forms and sign up for unemployment benefits. It doesn't count those people. And that just happens to be particularly a lot of black people that are left out of that count. Keep that shit straight. She brought up talking about opportunity zones. We've discussed that on this channel. And somebody actually surprised me with their response to the opportunity zone issue. Her thing was, Trump, he set up these opportunity zones in black neighborhoods. Trump, he did it. Opportunity zones. Somebody came in and surprised me with their response to that shit. Motherfucking T.I. surprised me with his response to that shit. You know what I'm saying? To the opportunity zone question. That's something that we've discussed on this channel, where the white supremacists have basically cherry-picked low-cost real estate in black neighborhoods to facilitate gentrification. Cut and dry. It's urban removal in the form of a real estate grab. We've discussed this. And one of the people on the panel was like, oh, it's just not in low-income black neighborhoods. It's in other black neighborhoods, too. But black-owned neighborhoods are valued lower in property value than any other area due to redlining and shit like that. Still being the running, still having its residual effect on policy when it comes to banking and in real estate in America. That shit ain't changed. The shit's still in effect. You understand? Yo, Leonard Yuta say, I was like, trap the vote. The fuck we using dope lingo in politics now? Yeah. That little goofy motherfucker with the Carlton sweater on and the shorts up there. What the fuck he talking about? Trap the vote. I was trying to put it together. I was hoping he wasn't trying to use no dope lingo. Like, man, what the fuck? What is you really talking about? You Carlton, nigga. What you talking about? You Carlton, dog. What you talking about? Trap the vote. What you mean you want to entrap the vote? Grab the vote? That's what you talking about when you talk about trap the vote? Carlton. What the fuck, man? What the fuck you doing, man? Why? What the fuck? I feel you on that, Leonard Yuta. I feel you on that. Like, where he coming from with that? Yeah. So, yeah, but it was kicking that shit like these opportunity zones they're in poor black neighborhoods and in other black neighborhoods and whatever. And there was another point, insight to this, and talk about the ubiquitous way that it affects our community. Somebody would have been able to snatch that out of the sky about this opportunity zone shit. Somebody would have been able to call out that particular framing that was going on behind that, right? But I ain't gonna lie, T.I., I thought T.I. was gonna come with some bullshit. I thought he was gonna try to and his way through this particular question and his thought that he brought around this question, right? Because he started off the opportunity zone part. When they got to him, he was kind of diverting and he went off on something about police brutality and mass incarceration and some other shit. I was like, hold up, T.I., you gotta stick to the topic, man. We can't have niggas out here looking all forth and back out here, you know what I'm saying? We can't be out here looking all over the place type shit. But he brought it home. He brought that point home, you know what I mean? He also got into a little volley with Candace Owens. That's what people have been kind of frothing up and talking about. Her whole platform was black people, we our own worst enemy. We on welfare. We dumb in school. We can't read. Her classic shit. That's all she was talking about. Oh, what up, Zaire? What up, bro? Killer Mike ain't never gonna cross his guy Bernie, even though Bernie say no to reparations. Word life. Yeah. Okay, so I was offline, but I'm back. I changed this internet out over the past week, man. I supposedly got this shit right dealing with these people, man. I got changed out the router again. Did a bunch of troubleshooting with these folks on the phone. Been dealing with their ass. Should be better. Hopefully we better. Man. But she was on her usual shit. Black folk, we dumb. Black folk, we can't read. And then Killer Mike came in again with the suspect shit. You know what I mean? He came in again with the suspect shit, trying to defend her. Talking about What the fuck this motherfucker say? Yo, he's like, oh, Farrakhan been saying that same stuff she was saying, Candace, for the past 50 years, 50, 60 years. And we ain't been mad at him. We ain't been jumping down his throat type shit. But the thing is that Candace Owens is not looking at white supremacy and white supremacy's role in establishing all those negative things that black society has as heirlooms in our society. Unfortunately, she's not looking at white supremacy and its role in establishing all that shit in our society through all kind of political moves, all kind of shit, all kind of economic sabotages across centuries. She ain't looking at it in the lens of white supremacy. Farrakhan does. You understand? That's the difference, Coon-ler Mike, between Farrakhan and a motherfucking punk ass Candace Owens. Stupid ass, ugly ass, dweeb ass, punk ass Candace Owens. That's the difference between a Farrakhan and her, just in case you ain't smart enough to think that shit out, man. Farrakhan point out the culprits. What she wants to do is regurgitate the talking points of white supremacists. All the white supremacists she hang around. She's one of these ambassadors for Turning Point. That's the white supremacist think tank. Her and Charlie Kirk are like some of the main faces. Her and him, and etc. A few other people. All right? So she's way out to lunch. Way out to lunch. She's with the black folk need to stop being Democrat crowd. And vote for who, idiot? Vote for who, bitch? In place of the Democrats, who we gonna vote for? That's my question. Not a single politician in these national campaigns and in a lot of the local campaigns, not a single one of these motherfuckers, I should say, have came up through the ranks of community organizing, have been sewn into by the black community by way of black lobbyism. So what the fuck is she talking about? We're at risk for voting for anybody, anywhere. Because we haven't really circled our wagons around those certain types of talents that we have, right? Locally, on up to the little state conventions and all that shit. We haven't put in that kind of work yet as a unit. So while we're not putting in that kind of work yet, even though that may be the case, right? That's all the more reason for us not to just be throwing our vote away to anybody who say they gonna do this or that or whatever the fuck they saying out their mouth. And we damn sure not just voting for some party. Motherfucker, this ain't no high school football game where you root for one team or the other type of shit. That's the stuff that black society dealing with now. That's what we on now. We dealing with mafia shit right now. We vet motherfuckers from the soil. We following their every footstep as they move from the soil into offices, sowing into their campaigns as insurance as they keep our agendas, and insurance for them to keep our agendas fresh into their brain and fresh on their plate every election cycle. This is what we on. Black society, we on some mafia shit right now. We come to my channel, that's what the fuck this shit is. I'm saying, we're not just throwing no vote away. We on some mafia shit. And they're a fucked up example, but I'm just saying, like, the trajectory and the topology of what they laid out is, it's an analog to what the fuck we probably should be on, in my eyes. Not no goofy ass shit just voting just because somebody's a part of some party that you heard about. Motherfucker, come on. Come on now. Keep that shit real. Warrior Scholar said, how many black people you know got caught with silencers and assault weapons, did a couple years, some house arrest, and got a reality show, and became anointed a black leader? Yeah. Tip still got some explaining to do behind that shit. Warrior Scholar, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. You know, we try to blot it out our minds sometimes, like, man, it couldn't be. No, nigga, no. Try to blot it out. Just certain things, man. It's like it make you wonder. It make you the fuck wonder. Oh man. What's understood? Yeah, real life. Real the fuck life. Real the fuck life. But back to Candace Owens, man. This bitch, man, she don't know what the fuck we doing right now. That's one thing I want to say about her. And the other thing is that, damn, her whole career hinges on her ignoring the cause of our deepest problems, ignoring the source and the ignition to our transgenerational problems, and only focusing on the symptoms of our problems. She spent that whole motherfucking time talking about black folk, black folk, black folk. Somebody even brought it up, man. All you do is talk about black people. The host, whoever that nigga is, he looked like somebody I've seen before. I've seen him before. He's a host from something. I've seen him somewhere. He's a BET host. I can't think of his name right now. Maybe somebody knows his name. But yeah, like, bitch, all you do is talk about black people. That's what a coon-net is gonna do. That's what a coon-net bitch gonna do. Because in order for her to be in those circles that she in, listen to me carefully. She has to ignore shit like black wealth lockout, our fractured families. She has to ignore that all of that shit is a result of white supremacist design and white supremacists meddling into our affairs. Shit that I talk about. Them meddling into our affairs. She has to ignore that and gloss over how just over any time that a group of people will show you their worst, and if nothing is done on like a code level, a leadership level, to kind of offset that shit, you know what I mean? You gotta look at the hand behind that shit. When the code gets sabotaged by motherfuckers like her, you know what I mean? It's coon-nets like her that sabotage the code. They got people showing you they worst in the black community. That's what I'm gonna say. It's motherfuckers like her. Motherfuckers that'll just give over their allegiances to whoever, to the white supremacists, for crumbs. Anybody, for crumbs. Just across different scenarios or whatever, right? Motherfuckers like her. That's been our problem. That's been our problem since slavery. It's people like Candace Owens. Weak motherfuckers. You understand? What up, Cap? Good seeing you, bro. Good seeing you, sir. Warrior Scholar said, of course, Candace is married to, insert pink here. Insert pink here, right? So, like I said, man, she a weak motherfucker, man. And she don't even vet her talking points to that degree, to where she's even indicting the actual causations of the issues that we face that have been unaddressed. Therefore, they exacerbate over time. They radiate over time. I'm saying she's just so used to saying what keeps the white supremacists around her happy, which really speaks to the intent of her heart. That really makes her out to be a scumbag to the heart. Right? Like, you gotta be a scumbag motherfucker, a motherfucker that's, you gotta have some self-hate like a motherfucker, all that shit, to be hanging around open white nationalist type motherfuckers and people that want black people dead, and to be chummy with them. She's so entrained in saying the shit that keep them happy and keep their egos massaged. And they give her forum because of that. That's all I want y'all to get out of that shit. And, you know, that's why I say this shit is important, to learn from the past. If she was the type of motherfucker to learn from the past and learn the pathways of the coons before her, she'll know that the coon don't never got no place to land once they little expiration date get reached. A coon will rise and then fall and then never come up again. You understand? Motherfuckers that's about some real shit. I mean, that's just how shit go. Like, people that's on some real behavior and it's really about the people, motherfuckers will never fall. Because they are planted in a love for the people. They're not compromising to no outsiders' views and vantage ever, never, for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? It's those people that help make black people into a unit and glue black people together into a unit. Or motherfuckers like Candace Owens gonna be trying to fractionalize black people, trying to have us scattered across party lines and goofy shit like that. Right? This is that type of shit, right? When we should be on some code, right? She'll have us settling for the watered down politics and the watered down offerings these outsiders to our experience got to bring us and got to prescribe to us as a black society, right? It's just common sense. When society has failed a group exclusively, it failed us exclusively in a targeted manner, us, foundational black society. You know what I mean? It's like a motherfucker like Candace Owens, she needs to expand her mind into what the cause of that is. You understand? Like, she act like she's so motherfucking smart. She's the only motherfucker up there faking like everybody else was dumb. And she was smart. The only motherfucker up there really pulling that shit off. She kept trying to front, you know what I mean? Like, she's hoity-toity, having all the decorum on stage. Like, she just all cool. But, you know, she broke down a couple times like motherfuckers just got on her nerves after a while. She just snapped and started cussing and like, yeah, bitch, motherfucker, you a wreck, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You a wreck, hoe. Stop stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? We see through you. Future 5001 say, for example, Paris Denard. Yeah. Give another example. Another example. I'm saying she on that shit like she want to ignore. She's so smart, I should say. She's so smart, but she want to ignore all the collaborators and the puppets and the puppet masters. Like Professor Black True say, the puppet masters. That's waltzing around this bitch and this white supremacist regime. And we saying, yo, fuck that. Everybody get the microscope. It ain't gonna be no just black blaming. All this black blaming shit, while you give white supremacist regime a whole motherfucking pass, you give white supremacist regime and white supremacist practice and practices a pass, just because it's easier to beat up on black people. Like, nah, fuck that bitch. Fuck you, hoe. You a scumbag, bitch. You need some work, bitch. I'm talking about you, bitch. Candace Owens, I'm talking about you. So yeah. She just a buzz down for white boys, says the boys out here. That's obvious. You know what I'm saying? It take a self-loathing, wallowing in self-loathing ass black person to be on some team white anyway, under these conditions that we dealing with. It take a motherfucker that's already beat the fuck down type shit to be even being around these motherfuckers 24/7. You know what I'm saying? And we trying to face our issues head on seriously, right? But she's taking a coping route. She's taking a coping route when dealing with our issues. The coping route is just just say you hate black people and you'll be on with the motherfuckers that's orchestrating the whole shit, puppeteering the whole shit, having black people in a fucked up situation. She's just a pundit. She's a pundit for these motherfucking various entities. She's been on all these different platforms. I know she a turning point, bitch. I know she fuck with them white supremacists over there. But she's more than a pundit. That bitch is a scumbag, man. I'm telling you, she's a scumbag. I don't let that nice talk and that proper talk fool me. That bitch scum. And that's just what it is. Yo, One thing I want to get at, and then I'm gonna let y'all go, man. I know it's kind of getting late. Yo, y'all heard at the end where the boy Jay Morrison got up and started talking about black folk, we need a nation. We don't need to be thinking, well, we don't need to be fucking with reparations. We need to get a nation before we can get reparations and all this goofy shit. Let me tell y'all this. Y'all would know that I got in the comments on that shit and I diced that motherfucker up like, no, man, look, dog, you ain't the one to be talking about reparations at all in any kind of way. First of all, because you a real estate nigga. You ain't no educator like Sandy Darity. You ain't holding no wealth data. Tone went on his ass before, like months ago, almost a year ago. Tone went in on his ass. It ain't nothing. We all know who this dude Jay Morrison is in terms of just what he be kicking in black society. You know what I'm saying? He got his Oklahoma Realty thing where he it's like a group realty investing thing. I checked it out like, man, I might fuck with it, but the more I started just putting the picture together, like, nah, man, I don't know. This thing like this might be some old scammy whammy shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, no said date when the real estate finna be, transferred, no said date. It was a lot of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a motherfucker. I support black business. Whether they going through ups or downs, I support it. But I was like, man, hold up, man. Motherfucker, it's real estate, man. You either got the deeds to this shit or you don't. I mean, real estate is real cut and dry. You got the deed or you don't. You know what I'm saying? What's up? What's up? You either surveyed, scouted for the property, you got your name on a deed or you don't. Where's the projections of what this land gonna do, what it's gonna make, that type of shit? All that shit was missing. I was like, fuck that shit. But man, what he was talking about that got me on his ass in the comments, like, man, hold up. No, you ain't the motherfucker to be talking about this shit. We need to be talking about having a nation and being a nation before we talk about reparations, because we gotta be able to have a nation. And man, I had to go in on the shit. A few people in the comments was like, yeah, Jay Morrison, yeah, he was right. He right. Nah, no, he not right. And I made an example. I was like, look, to get something like tangibles, reparations, things of that nature, it ain't about whether you got a nation or not. I want y'all to just travel with me through the logic of a motherfucker that got money, like Jay Morrison, a rich motherfucker that got money. Let me walk y'all through his logic, sitting up talking about we need to be talking about having a nation. A rich nigga talking about we need to have a nation in order to think about getting some reparations. A rich nigga, I'm going to say it again. This motherfucker, first of all, the example that I use, I'll put it to y'all like this. The example that I used in one of my comments, because I was lighting motherfuckers up. I ain't give a fuck. Light motherfuckers up and let motherfuckers bow the fuck down, hold their head down. And it didn't move me none. I was like, man, an executive order just got passed this past May for the Asians and Pacific Islanders, granting them all sorts of economic specialties and things of this nature. It's a whole long executive order. I posted the link to it. I did all that work, right? And they've been actually pumping out these executive orders for the Asians and Pacific Islanders for years, right? So you would think, that's Asians. They got their own nation. They got their own, they got China, they got Japan, they got these various nations that they claim. That's probably why they were able to get these types of executive orders, lending them tangibles and things to repair their community and things to prop up their community, right? You would think that, right? But read the most recent executive order and all the other previous executive orders. This is the 1300, the 13,000s. It's like 13, 5 something, 13, 7 something, 13, 9 something, 3 other numbers. They've been releasing these hoes since the 90s. Since the late 90s, they've been popping out these executive orders to help Asians get tangibles, type shit like that, and shit for their community, if you ain't know, right? But read that shit. It says Asians and Pacific Islanders, and guess who they throw in the listing of that shit? For this just repetitive, every president be re-signing this shit, reinstated like it's clockwork. Every couple of years they reinstate it. Guess what group of Asians and Pacific Islanders, they throw in that shit too. Just guess. Motherfucking Hawaiians, right? If you didn't know, Hawaiians. Is Hawaiians a different fucking nation than the United States of America? Since we want to talk about who was able to get what out of a system, motherfuckers is talking all this shit. Oh, you go, welcome, go to the United Nations, and then you got to be a nation, and then you take it to the United Nations, and then they gonna give you some motherfucker Hawaii right here. It's in the United States, you dumb fuck. What the fuck? Well, these people, and I explain, look, these people have organized themselves as a group. They don't vote. They organize themselves as a group in such a way via lobbying, which is what I talk about on this channel. I know it ain't the shit now. I know people don't rah like it's the shit now, but I'm telling you, I'm an Aries, so I'm going to always be first on some shit. Maybe y'all are catching about 5-6 years and be like, yeah, that's what the fuck, oh, everybody doing it. This is what the fuck need to be done. Yeah. I'll be the motherfucker that laid the seed. But I'm just saying, not to toot my own horn 5, 6, 7 years from now, but I'm just saying, this is what the fuck the shit is. This is what the fuck going on, right? But yeah, they've done that to the extent where they've got all these committees and shit sitting up in Congress, working on their behalf. Committee after committee, working on their behalf, right? That was lobbyism that did that, right? And they got Hawaiians sitting up in there. It ain't about no fucking nation, is my point. Jay Morrison, T.I. T.I. tried to jump his ass in there, his dumb ass talking that shit, talking about, yeah, because we got to be able to go to the United Nations, and then they gonna recognize it. Nah, stupid nigga. It ain't got shit to do with no United Nations. So all my Moorish niggas out there, what up to my Moors? What up to y'all? Hollering that nation shit and talking about that's gonna be the way. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And there's some Moors out there that I know well will tell you also to shut the fuck up talking that. Cause they know too, man, fuck all that shit, man. Yeah, let's mobilize in a way. Let's organize in a way to make this bag work. There's ways to do it that motherfuckers sleep on. I gotta do a show on motherfucker how the fuck the reparations gonna happen. Cause motherfuckers, you know, I've done shows on it. And people got all kind of ideas. And I've had various kind of debates and combos with people online that got certain ideas. And I want to just kind of, I might have them people kind of like do a call-up show or highlight a few things. I don't want to do it, but I'm saying like, put that together. Jalen Fox, Aries, hold up. Oh, yeah, that's me, you know. Aries, yeah, that's me. You know what I'm saying? Principle said that what T.I. talking, what Jay Morrison talking, they is rich niggas. So they can afford to sit up and act like whatever the fuck. Like it's some shit we can just afford to play with. It's my point. I don't want to get too far, get on the more niggas or whatever, but I'm saying like, come on, man. That whole nation shit, that shit. Where it at? Where it at? What are other groups at that's using it? When we got a whole Hawaiian motherfucking group benefiting. Saying, put that shit together. Anybody got time to hear these motherfuckers talk? Anybody got time to hear them talk they shit over our shit? These little rich niggas. Y'all gonna talk rich nigga shit. Jay Morrison and T.I., y'all gonna talk rich nigga shit. Y'all gonna talk rich nigga shit. Well, what we need to do, wait till we get nationality. What it is these rich niggas in their time off spending vacation with their family, swimming, chilling, whatever, doing the fuck, whatever they was doing. They heard somebody say nationality and they said, They start getting all meditative over the shit. Motherfucker, nah, that's work we done cleared away in the street. We done already cleared that path in the street of what that is and what the limits of that are and what that really means. We done already did that. You niggas ain't connected to the street like that, pulse-wise. You niggas is on some other shit. You doing rich nigga shit, Jay Morrison. You doing rich nigga shit, T.I. And other shit too. Motherfucker, like my man said. Like my man say, yo, how you get all them guns, all them silencers? You get supervision and all this other extra goofy shit. How you do that? You know what I mean? That's what the fuck going on with these niggas, man. They ain't not the connect like that on certain topics and whatnot. They just not. So, what is to be said about that shit? Like I said, man, they doing rich nigga shit. Jay Morrison, T.I., y'all niggas rich. Y'all can take or leave reparations. We can't. Y'all can play around with the topic and y'all can act like, oh, we need to do this and then that motherfucker no. Motherfucker, catch up, nigga. You in behind right now. All y'all. All y'all rich ass celebrity niggas. Dumb nigga shit. Y'all talking dumb, selfish nigga shit. That's what y'all on. All you celebrity motherfuckers that came to this event and that's gonna be at the next one, I'm sure Puffy gonna dig up some more celebrity niggas and try to act like, oh, they said something. Oh, my Puffy, and I don't call that nigga P. Diddy, man. That nigga's forever gonna be Puffy to me, nigga. I don't give a fuck. As I was coming up in my teens, you was Puffy, nigga. I'm never gonna call no grown man P. Diddy, nigga. Your name is Puffy, nigga. And you Puffy when I see you, homie. I'm saying, I'm just saying. But he gonna be at the next one. Puffy gonna be at the next one in LA. Puffy shaking like Puff. God damn it, you know what I'm saying? That's what he gonna G on. We ain't got time for these motherfuckers like this, man. We ain't got time for they stupid ass shit. Period. So just know on the next one they gonna be sitting up talking about, oh, you need to have a nation and not fuck all that dumb shit. They might bring Killer Mike back through to talk his stupid ass shit. They might bring punk ass Candace Owens to talk her dumb ass shit. Another bitch, the Pearson bitch. Who knows who they gonna have out in LA? They might have, I don't know who. They might go find some people that's like, well, fuck it. They use Atlanta type motherfuckers in this shit, but I don't know. I don't think Candace is from Atlanta. They pulled up T.I. They pulled up Killer Mike, Coon-ler Mike. Who would they pull out of L.A.? They gonna have Snoop on the panel, nigga. They gonna do some shit like that. I don't know who they gonna have, man. They gonna have, I'm saying Snoop. They gonna, just think of some West Coast niggas, man. They gonna pull up some L.A. niggas, man. And they finna be talking a bunch about nothing. They're gonna be droning on a bunch about jack shit. We need to just expect that. We need to expect this to be another failure that they're gonna pull off. Puffy and Friends. So some Puffy and Friends summit, and the youth out there, to all the young people listening to this, or has to be within spectatorship of this event that they're throwing, that they're gonna be throwing in your city, and they're gonna try to bring to your city. This shit ain't the look. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know this ain't the look. See, these motherfuckers is out of touch. See, these motherfuckers' pulse ain't the way the shit really is. You see, these motherfuckers ain't the wave like that. Motherfuckers ain't touching the dirt like that. This motherfucker careers ain't been touching the dirt like that. For Killer Mike, old man, the police, dog. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Hold up, man. Let me see. Warrior Scholar says T.I. spent the whole time bragging about how his dope money financed all his and his partner's entrepreneurial endeavors. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's an aspect to look at. Motherfucker talking about niggas don't need reparations. Nigga, by virtue of you having to sell dope, nigga, you are a poster child for needing reparations, nigga. Put that shit together. Stupid nigga. Antonio Morris showed that Jerome, use his government name, Jerome Morrison. Oh, this is from Future 5001. I'm reading the comments. Antonio Morris showed that Jerome Morrison helped to sell somebody's home. A fellow black man wanted to partner and work with Jay, and then Jay ran off on the plug. You see? That's why I don't regret not fucking with that Oklahoma investment little thing he was trying to do out in Oklahoma, whatever that shit was. He trying to cash in off of the name and the currency and the current of just the legacy of our people out there in Oklahoma who built Black Wall Street and had to deal with the terrorism of white supremacy and white supremacist males, women, and children out there setting upon black society out there, a black economic center like they did. You want to try to use that. That's a dirty ball ass shit, man. That's a dirty ass nigga. You a piece of shit nigga. You a piece of shit nigga for that, Jay Morrison. You a piece of shit nigga for that. Dirtbag ass nigga. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to... Yeah, that's why I said Future 5001. I said Jerome, my nigga. I said, oh, Jermaine. Jermaine. Yeah, you right. Damn, why are we thinking Jerome? Show a nigga look like a Jerome, goddammit. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Looking at this nigga. Motherfucker, if he wins, follow him home. Cause the only one that's a winner at Club Shiznit is Jerome. He wanna run Club Shiznit out of his little fucking 501c3 or whatever the fuck his little companies is, man. You trying to run the Club Shiznit, dog. Get your Club Shiznit running ass up out of here, man. We ain't got time for your shit, dog. We trying to get real shit done, man. You doing rich nigga done already scammed niggas and made it off of the scam nigga talking about we need to do some other shit other than pursue what we trying to pursue by virtue of the way we pursuing it with our plans in tow, like how we doing. Motherfucker, nah, you know what I'm saying? Get your motherfucking ass off that shit. You know what I'm saying? Goofy ass niggas, man. Y'all, I'm gonna be up here laughing at y'all niggas all night. Jalen Fox, what up, Jalen Fox? Say Blackjack, you know what I'm saying? Try your luck at the Blackjack table. Let me get off this shit, man. I'm up here laughing with y'all niggas all night, man. Keep y'all niggas up, man. What the fuck, man? But yeah. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, so you know when I'm dropping. Don't forget to check out my Teespring. That shit finna get thrown up in the comments real quick for the fuck a living. Where it's at? There you go. We'll throw in that PDGAF apparel. There to go. Hold up. But let me not forget my other classic. Y'all got to fuck with this shit. You can see it come true. Shit right here. There we at. Let me get it, y'all.